Hey everybody, it's Christine at Zedman Development, and today I want to show you a couple of things that we recommend for EveryAction clients as far as helping you match your data between EveryAction and the Razor's Edge. So the first thing is we recommend that you use your van ID as an alias. So you can see here I have an alias mapping for the van ID. If you open that, the van ID is listed as the key name. The key name is the actual text of the alias. And I have made an alias type in Razor's Edge of van ID. The other thing you can see from this screen is I have a constituent area setting where I have said I want to look up the alias, use the alias as a lookup field. So I've checked that box. Once that's done, it's grayed out like this. So that is what we want to see once it's done. And then when we open the constituent mapping, we have an alias search for the van ID. Now this is a lookup only. It will not change anything in the Razor's Edge, but it will allow me to work with that alias. And I'm going to show you in just a minute how to use that with your criteria sets. Before I get to those criteria sets, the last thing I want to show you is I have also mapped my constituent ID to the Razor's Edge ID. And this should always default to not update new or existing, but if it doesn't, I definitely recommend you do that. We don't want to make any changes to that constituent ID field in the Razor's Edge. So once you have your Razor's Edge ID mapped and your van ID mapped, you may be wondering how we can make sure those are used so that you can match your data to those fields in the Razor's Edge. Great question. The answer to that is your criteria sets. So when we open our individual criteria sets, it's going to always start at the top and work its way down. There should be a default for that constituent ID. So if you have your Razor's Edge constituent IDs mapped into EveryAction, having it in your template where I just showed you is going to mean that this criteria set matches those IDs. The second row I have added myself, and that's working with those aliases using that alias lookup field. So you would just need to add a criteria set like this, and that will use those van IDs as a way to match the van IDs that you have in EveryAction to van IDs that are linked in Razor's Edge as an alias. I hope that you find this helpful in working with those IDs to help make your matching between EveryAction and Razor's Edge that much more effective. Thanks for joining me and have a great day.